Oi, oi, som, testando. Oi, oi, som, testando. Oi, oi, som. Oi, oi, som, testando.
Oi, 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 som. Oi, 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 oi. Microfone, speaker. Oi, 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 som. Testando. Oi, 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 som. Oi, oi, som. Oi, oi, som. Oi, 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 som. Oi, oi. Oi, som. Oi, oi, som. Oi, oi, som. Oi, oi.
Ei, ei, som. Testando. Oi, som. Ei, som. Oi. Ei. Som.
Oi, oi. Ei. Ei.
Oi, som.
Hello, Ricardo. Hi, Augusta. Can you hear me? Hello.
Hi, yes, I can hear you.
Oh, good.
Yes, hi, Okar. Nice to meet you.
Hello. Hello. Hello, Stephanie.
Where are you joining from?
Me, I'm from the UK.
Oh, okay. Is it really hot there as well?
Very,
Okay.
very. Today is 34.
Wow. I'm calling from Canada.
So really hot. Oh, that. How about Canada? I don't know the weather. Is it hot or?
It's actually very nice now. It's not too warm, 25 degrees, and it's yeah,
Oh,
very
cool.
pleasant.
Very pleasant. We haven't met before, have we?
No, I don't think we have.
So let me introduce. I am Oka, traders medical doctor, and also psychiatrist. So I practiced in the UK for the last 25 years as a consultant senior psychiatrist. And I got involved in this Myanmar revolutions following the coup. Revolution. And
Yeah,
that's how I got involved in the Brazil and Italy thing. And so,
right.
how about yourself?
But are you originally from Brazil?
Oh, no, I'm originally from Myanmar.
Oh, Yemen. Wow.
No, not Yemen, Myanmar.
Yemen.
Myanmar,
Oh,
Burma. Do you know
Myanmar,
Burma?
Myanmar.
Yes,
Myanmar.
Myanmar. Yes,
Got it.
yes,
Yes.
yes, yes,
Yes. Oh, I've known Augusta for a while now, and
yes,
I'm based in Canada, but obviously Italian origins. And I'm an
yes.
interdisciplinary researcher. I work at the intersection between climate change and youth mental health.
Ah,
Yeah,
excellent. Yes.
yeah,
So
yeah.
you the one. So your name is Maggie or Stephanie? Which is the right one?
So my first name is Stefania, last
Stefania,
name Maggi. Yeah.
Maggie, Stefania. Okay, right. Nice to meet you,
Nice to
Stefania.
meet you too. And I don't know
I
if
think
Augusta can hear us, if
I'm not
everybody's,
quite sure they can. I'm
and
not
they
quite sure
cannot
they
see,
can.
I see you, but I look at the screen there and our video is not showing, like our,
No.
that's interesting.
Yes.
Are you guys hearing us, Augusta?
Hello, Augusta.
I don't think they're hearing us.
Oh. Maybe.
Yeah, we'll just wait to see.
Yes. We'll wait and
Yeah,
see. I
it
think they are
goes.
setting it up. I think Augusta mentioned about your interest in the climate conflict and mental health research we are talking about. Am I right saying that?
Yeah, anything that that intersects or overlaps with climate justice and things of that sort. I'm really keen to learn more.
Right. Have you already done some work around that?
Around conflict?
Yes.
No.
No. How about with the climate and mental health?
Climate and mental health, yes. That's the heart of my work.
Right. Okay.
Especially among young generations.
I see. In Canada or internationally, or which country do you normally do the work?
Mostly in terms of empirical research in Canada, my own research, but
Yes.
understanding of how it manifests itself internationally. Let's say European,
Yes.
Italy, North America, and
Yes.
now I really like to explore more cross-cultural
Excellent.
variations or things
Yes.
like that, because we don't know a lot
Yes.
about different cultures.
No, you don't. Yes. So I think you will hear more. I'm really planning to do the research around the conflict, climate, and mental health. And
Yes.
Myanmar at the moment is the really good situation. Well, I don't want to say good.
Yeah,
I
I
don't know
understand
anything
what you're
about
saying.
Myanmar. Yeah, but now we got a really good research question coming out in terms of what is happening and how we can implement for the mental health
Yes.
impact for people. I think it will be a good learning platform for the international organizations as well. Mm, because there is not much that kind of things happening. But I'm sure, like Sudan and Somalia, mm, such things happen. But I'm not quite sure about their intervention about mental health. I researched around this. I didn't see much. I did a
Yeah.
literature review. I didn't see much, and I didn't see much of what they're doing for their people regarding their people's mental health either.
Mhm.
So, but we have. I am the chair of the Myanmar mental health board of Myanmar mental health as well. So we have done a lot of work during the conflict
Mhm.
regarding the mental health interventions, and but I like to uh, continue with the more intervention research, if you see what I mean, not just
Yeah.
collecting the
Yeah.
data, but providing the service as well, so that people benefit from that rather than we
Definitely.
collect the data. Yeah.
Definitely.
So
And
and
more participatory approaches, so that you do research and you do and you make changes and
yes,
intervention at the same time.
yes, exactly, yes, exactly. So more public uh, health model
Mhm.
rather than the specialist model.
Augusta maybe is trying to talk to us, but I don't hear. Let's put in the chat something.
Yes.
Let's see. I saw I know she seems like she saw my message, but I'll tell her we cannot hear you.
Yes. Yeah, I don't think she can hear us.
No, I think she's
Pronto,
trying to.
pronto.
Oh,
Can
Oh,
you hear
yes.
me?
Hello.
now I
We
can
can hear
hear
you,
you.
Augusta.
Okay, perfect. Now, I explain briefly in which way we can work in this hour, half an hour that we have, okay?
Okay.
Yes.
Ok. Allora, first of all, we start with the presentation of the people that are here, okay? From the room, and then we ask to present yourself, okay?
Yes.
Okay. Now,
Augusta, can you see us?
no, we cannot see you.
We can. I can see you. Stefania can see you as well. But
Yeah. Ciao
Yeah.
we can see.
Stefano.
We are,
Ma
Hi,
we all
salve.
we all have the cameras on, but for some reason it doesn't show. Non si vede da te, ma noi le abbiamo tutte accese le videocamere.
loro vedono noi, ma noi non vediamo loro.
Hello, Stefano.
I'm
Oka here.
hi, Oka.
Loro
Hi,
vedono
pleased to meet
noi, ma
you.
vediamo loro.
Nice to meet you too.
Noi lo vediamo loro.
I don't understand the problem. They have.
Yeah.
Forse devono abilitare il video per partecipanti.
Because the connection is on. I see the Zoom meeting,
Allora,
the blackboard.
Sì,
Stefania
sì.
and Ocar.
And Stefano as well.
Yeah, and Stefano, yes. But we cannot see you. We don't know why. Have you the video
I think
close?
it could. No, our cameras are on. I think you need to go into the Zoom settings to allow video from participants.
Yeah.
I think.
I think the same, but
Okay. There is a problem here. I don't know which one, but anyway, we start to present the people, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Now, first of all,
Vincenzo Castelli, referente per l'area progetti internazionali.
Boa tarde, meu nome é Mônica, sou do Rio de Janeiro, venho da Fiocruz.
Ricardo, Cecim, Rede Unida. E outras coisas, outras universidades.
Larissa Polejac, Universidade de Brasília e Rede Brasileira de Universidades Promotoras de Saúde e Rede Unida.
Rafael Volsky, aqui pelo Conselho Federal de Psicologia e também o FRN, né? Eu tenho que me acostumar com isso, a Federal do Rio Grande do Norte.
Boa tarde, Michele Maccari, Università de Parma, Italia.
Boa tarde, Martina Giuffre, antropologa, Università di Parma.
Andrea Castronovo, Andrea Castronovo è rappresentante dell'Associazione per l'Amicizia Italia-Birmania Giuseppe Malpeli e ricercatore sul Myanmar.
Josol from Myanmar, National Unity Government of Myanmar.
Olá, boa tarde. Leandro Rosa, do Conselho Federal de Psicologia e da Universidade Federal do Acre.
Boa tarde, eu sou a Emily e hoje eu estou como monitora.
Ok, quindi avete sentito, la maggior parte di loro rappresentano diverse istituzioni di ricerca, come la Fiocruz, le università, alcune brasiliane. Volete presentarvi voi, Ocar, Stefano e Stefania, che non c'è più. Non so dove è andata.
No, ci sono.
Ah, ci sei, ecco, perfetto. Allora, Ocar, can you present yourself?
Hi, everyone. Good afternoon to you. Oka from Myanmar National Unity Government.
Thank you. Stefania?
Salve a tutti. Hi, everyone. I am Stefania Maggi, based in Canada, but Italian 100%. I don't know how to explain. Anyway, Italian immigrants in Canada working at Carleton University. Happy to be here.
Okay. Stefano?
Sì, salve a tutti, boa tarde, good afternoon, good evening. Eu sou Stefano, gestor de projetos, captador de recursos, gestor de projetos sociais e de saúde. I'm a program and project manager, a social and health project manager, and fundraiser. Nice to meet you.
Okay, perfect. Now, we organize in this way the discussion. First of all, Riccardo and non so chi, ognuno, diciamo, dei gruppi di ricerca che sono rappresentati qui faranno una breve presentazione diciamo degli aspetti principali per i quali sono interessati alla costruzione di un progetto che ha come titolo Cambiamento climatico e impatto sulla salute mentale. Ognuno di voi rappresenta un gruppo di ricerca o comunque un focus specifico di ricerca. Quindi oggi è il momento per condividere questi specifici aspetti di cui ognuno di voi si occupa. Ok? Quindi, today we could talk about the specific focus of research that you are engaged, okay? And I think that we can start from Riccardo. Riccardo, yes. because he has already a research about this topic, and so we could hear from him which is the main focus of your research. So we can share among us all the work that we represent. Okay? Riccardo.
Augusta, scusa, è possibile che quando parlano si facciano vedere così vediamo un attimo, abbiamo un'idea di chi sono anche.
È giusto, sì, sarebbe bene.
Podemos tocar pra...
Ottimo.
Ah, não, aí a gente não vê eles.
Depois mandamos print.
Good evening, or good afternoon. Bem, eu sou o Ricardo. Michele, vem aqui do meu ladinho. Eu vou falar em português, porque sou brasileiro e estamos no Brasil. Mas esta roda, ou esta reunião, ela tem, dentre os seus motivos de organização, de agenda, de previsão do que aconteça aqui nesse congresso, porque nós vivemos no Brasil, num período recente, vários eventos climáticos que tiveram grandes consequências na população e no ambiente. Então, não foi só uma mudança ambiental que aconteceu, mas há um efeito sobre as pessoas, e esse efeito sobre as pessoas não acontece só no momento emergencial. Me avisa quando quiser pegar, tá? Sempre que existe um grande evento, uma emergência climática, uma urgência climática, é como se todos soubéssemos o que fazer. Porque existem recomendações internacionais, protocolos internacionais, e essas medidas, em geral, envolvem mobilizar a comunidade, mobilizar coletivos, mobilizar práticas solidárias. Então, elas acontecem como se fosse um pronto-socorro. Aconteceu alguma coisa e rapidamente as coisas se organizam para resolver ou proteger. Acontece que os efeitos na saúde mental são mais duradouros do que isso. Então, se faz uma proteção para a sobrevida, para se manter forte diante daquelas condições e ajudar uns aos outros a enfrentarem uma urgência ou uma crise. Porém, isto vai a longo prazo e os sistemas de saúde continuam não se preparando para quando um novo evento for acontecer. O que acontece é que, se esses eventos fossem raros, ok, mas esses eventos começam a se tornar regulares. Então, não pode que a gente tenha apenas a medida diante da urgência, é preciso que a gente tenha medidas de longo prazo e que a gente entenda que, por exemplo, uma família acometida por um fato emergencial desse tipo pode ter os seus filhos e a sua geração afetada por efeitos à sua saúde mental. Então, a gente deveria perguntar, alguns anos depois da urgência, se os serviços modificaram ou não modificaram. As famílias melhoraram ou guardaram algum tipo de sofrimento que se expressa em diferentes lugares. E vou dar um último exemplo, para passar a palavra para o Michele, porque falei muito. A gente tem, para entender os efeitos na saúde mental, quando uma casa é destruída, quando uma igreja é destruída, quando um museu é destruído, essas perdas, que são perdas culturais, emocionais, sensíveis, elas não retornam, porque não há como reconstruir uma peça emocional, não há como reconstruir os objetos emocionais, não há como reconstruir as obras de arte. Esses efeitos estão na saúde mental, não estão no corpo físico e nem nas construções. E agora?
E agora? Okay. I try really to make us to summarize. Can you hear me? Okay, então, okay, what Ricardo is saying, okay, is we are facing in Brazil, but all over the world, several climate extreme events. So they are affecting people. They are not only, the main message is we should consider them not only as emergency issues, but we need to, because if we consider as emergency, we all of us, we have protocols, we have recommendation, we know how to do, what to do when this kind of emergency happen. But the topic here is what Ricardo is suggesting is to try to go beyond this emergential or emergency crisis and so on. If they were rare events, that would be fine, but we see that they are no longer, they are happening more and more. So what we need to do is to have a different perspective, a long-term perspective, not based on emergency response. And then Ricardo made two examples. One is, for instance, considering a family affected by these climate events or crises. So we can see effects in terms of mental health on the kids, on the sons and the daughters of the family, which can appear years after the events. So again, that's the reason why we need a long-term perspective. Another example is not just focus on people, but let's think about buildings, no, like houses or churches or any kind of building. If they get destroyed, it's not just a loss from an economic point of view, but it is a cultural loss that we have, and there's no way to bring them back, even if we rebuild the house. So these two examples are just to clarify that what Ricardo is summarizing is looking on a long-term perspective about this climate emergency. See, they have effect on the memories, on the cultural aspect of our heritage, I would say, what is really left.
Okay. Que mais? Esse tópico, nós colocamos ele sob dois aspectos. Um aspecto formativo, que é preciso formar profissionais para que saibam o que fazer, não apenas na emergência. Saibam o que fazer como um cuidado às pessoas de longo prazo. Então, um processo formativo que vai para profissionais de saúde, para educadores, para pessoas que atuam em emergência ou socorro comunitário, a gente chama de defesa civil, pessoas que atuam na assistência social, que atuam em escolas, em diferentes lugares, porque a sociedade toda precisa se organizar para cuidar dessas pessoas. Então, a etapa 1 é um processo formativo. E a etapa 2 é um processo de pesquisa. No processo de pesquisa, o que a gente quer é dimensionar ou conhecer esses efeitos ou danos na saúde mental para frente. Então, acontecendo um evento, como um evento climático, escolher este evento climático como um marcador e dali para frente acompanhar as situações que foram implementadas e como as pessoas relatam o que lhes vai acontecendo ao longo do tempo. Entrevistando, por exemplo, ou conversando, ou conhecendo uma família que viveu um efeito, os filhos dessa família, os netos dessa família. Ou seja, a longo prazo, uma pesquisa que possa dizer respeito a um interesse mundial sobre o clima e a saúde mental.
So the main objective here is to promote two main elements. One is education, capacity building. So to train professional for emergency, and Ricardo is speaking about health staff, people dealing with health, educators, so trainers, civil defense, so professional dealing with the civil defense, social assistance, and so on. So to train and to do capacity building for this kind of people. Another area that we could develop together is research. And again, thinking research on a long-term perspective, a long-term dimension. So not only focus on emergency, but just taking into consideration climate change and its global effects. Again, coming back to the example of the family, not just the kids, the sons, but also the nephews and the following generation. So the perspective again is long-term also in pesquisa, in research. Okay. 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 So Okar, is your turn? Can you listen?
Oh, thank you very much. No, I listened. I listened, Ricardo. That's really helpful. And also, I have looked into the research protocol you've shared in the Google Drive. So let me share my talk so that even though the translation is coming, it might help. But I'm not quite sure I could share or not. Can you see?
Yes. Yes, now we can see your screen. Okay.
Oh, excellent. Oh, that's really good. And so, Ricardo, thank you so much. And for me, what I want to talk about is the research project that work going to together. So Myanmar, I don't want to talk about Myanmar anymore, but I understand that everybody's know about current Myanmar situations. And so I would assume that everybody is aware of that. But what we are doing in Myanmar, in current situation regarding mental health, that could become a leapfrog traditional models by integrating your Brazilian longitudinal community-based mental health approach with conflict-sensitive and decentralized federal health system. So what I'm going to talk about is a hybrid Brazil-Myanmar model that will tailor for the NUG and Brazil mental health hybrid work. So the concept and framework. So I think this is, you are aware of this already. Okay. And in terms of Brazil model, that's very clear that you got SUS, you got longitudinal psychosocial care, you got community health agents, you got collective mental health work, and then so on and so forth. So in Myanmar at the moment, it is the health system is very fragmented. But at the same time, we have the emerging federal health system that we are developing as we go along. So we don't wait until the peace arrived, or we don't wait until the revolution is finished. We are developing the federal health system as we go along as part of the revolution, and even though the healthcare system is fragmented. So we are not in a stable situation. There are a lot of emergency situations happening, and there are a lot of conflict response. But we have the kind of community health agents, who are our civil disobedience movements, healthcare workers, and ethnic health organizations, workforces, and we also got CBO, CSO volunteers. Our population is trauma, displaced, conflict population. And Myanmar got the ethnic diversity like in Brazil too. So to me, in our hybrid innovation, we could do the networked federal health system together. We could do the continuum of the crisis, recovery, and resilience work. We could do the same work. And in terms of the models, we can adopt the proximity work and a collective conflict mental health system. We can do that. So for me, like you mentioned for your research,
my strategic pillars are, I got three pillars. One is not for the short emergency care. We want to look at beyond the emergency care, longitudinal mental health system. So at the moment, the situation in Myanmar is a strong emergency response. That is what we needed because there are a lot of conflict happening, airstrike happening every day, house arrest happening every day, fire, the ban in the villages happening every day. But we have a very, we can't really do the long-term psychosocial follow-up at the moment. These are our current challenges. So what is the solutions we are thinking? We are thinking about 3-tier continuum solutions. So immediate response is we're going to train people, the psychosocial first aid training. So PFA training, and we want to do the crisis stabilization to start with. We want community space, safe space. We want to create that kind of safe space in the community, within the family, individually. That leads to the tier 2 medium-term care work, trauma-informed counseling, family and community support system, school and camp-based interventions. That's what we want to do in medium term. That leads to tier 3 long-term, which is the chronic trauma and also PTSD management. I think I want to add continuous trauma exposed management as well, because at the moment, it is not even PTSD yet. People are facing continuous trauma every day. And we want to do the social integration work. We want to do the livelihood link mental health recovery programs. That's for the long-term care. And the reason behind it is we want to embed mental health into all recovery programs, not just standalone, mental health in every way. So I think that's the only way we can do the collective recovery together. Because people are getting collective trauma at the moment. So second pillar, I want to talk about proximity agents. So Myanmar adaptation. So we're inspired by Brazil, your work that you presented, and we want to adopt something in Myanmar as well. But who are going to do that in Myanmar? So we got workforces, we got CDM health workers, we got ethnic health organization staff, we got CBO, CSO community volunteers, we got teachers, we got religious leaders. They can be our vehicles to drive that. What is going to be their roles? The first line mental health support they can provide. They can provide the community trust bridge. They can break the stigma. They can break the myths. They can bring the facts about mental health. And they can also do early detection, early identification of distress. And that leads to the early referrals to the primary and secondary healthcare necessarily. So we will do the training models. So we will do the short modular courses online and face-to-face, depends on what is the feasibility. So we will deliver via the telehealth platforms. So we got the telehealth system, we set up telechama, we got a really good success rate with that, reaching to the people in Myanmar. We will also provide the local training hubs face-to-face where we can, where is a bit liberated areas. So what advantage what we got? We already have the workforce, we already have the network to facilitate that at the moment. So pillar 3 is the conflict, climate, and mental health integration. So Myanmar adds critical dimension missing in Brazil. What is that? What is Brazil is missing? So at the moment, Myanmar got triple burden model. We are facing not just climate issues, we are also facing the conflict trauma, violence, displacement, and also we are facing the chronic instability, uncertainty, poverty. So we also have the climate issue as well. We have floods, we have earthquake, we have cyclone, we got heat waves. So all are impacting. On top of that, the people in Myanmar got conflict trauma and also chronic instability trauma. So these are the added burden for the people in Myanmar. So we like to do the integrated response. So trauma-informed care must include the violence exposure, forced displacements, and loss of identity territory. So these are the people who are facing with trauma. And when we approach these people, when we deal with these people, we need to have a trauma-informed approach care. So that kind of training we need to provide. So that is the concept similar to Brazil. So you got the stilteltia and a collective trauma. So we can combine that and we can implement that in Myanmar as well. So the another pillar is the federal and decentralized health governance. So that is in Brazil, there's a strength. You already got decentralized, but coordinated with by SUS. So Myanmar, it is fragmented, but we are developing the federal system at the moment as we go along. So that's why we thought it would be good hybrid model. So another one is like, so we could do research together, training together, and intervention platform together. So for Myanmar, the research is the IDP, conflict zones, climate affected regions. We can target the population at these areas, and then we can give training to them. We can give multi-level training, so basic community training, intermediate training for the health workers, and advanced for the specialist training. So that's what kind of intervention we could do. So intervention that would lead to the immediate and a longitudinal care program as well. We want to do the collective mental health approach. So we don't want to just, we're doing this approach, this research model intervention, not to diagnose individual alone. We want collective healing. We want community resilience. That's the reason we want to do this project. So practical actions that include group therapy, peer support, community health rituals, cultural coping mechanisms. So that is really important in Myanmar. So we got so many ethnic diversity, and we got to understand their ethnic tradition. We got to understand their religious and community culture. These are very important. So I think we can do that. And let me go to the operative models. So what we're thinking is, first step is we will do the mapping in the conflict zone and the climate risk areas. And what existing service that have they got as a mapping. And the step two, we will do the pilot regions. So I'm thinking about pilot regions along the border area, like Thailand-Myanmar border, or India-Myanmar border, or China-Myanmar border. And also we want to look at the high IDP concentrated zones areas, like in the middle of Myanmar, the Midlands area, and also the southern areas and the southeast areas, and also the northwest area of Myanmar. So that kind of places we want to do the pilot study. And then we want to deploy the proximity agents, like we said about trained local community actors. And from there, we want to do the established care pathway so that they can do the early detection, early recognition, early referrals from the community to the telehealth system we have, which lead to the specialist service we provide through the telehealthcare platform as well. So I won't bore you with every details. I have just circulated in the group WhatsApps about the whole things, about the Congress. So both in English and Portuguese language. So if you would like to have a read and give it a time, I'm afraid it's about 50 pages. So I'm really sorry about that. But I want to rush it through here. So to me, one key output, what I'm expecting is National Mental Health and Climate Observatory Myanmar Center, training curriculum for multi-levels, clinical and community care protocols, telehealth integrated healthcare system, and a federal policy framework. So that is what I'm expecting. I think strategic prioritization, we could become a global lead in the conflict and mental health and climate center, because this is, I have done a literature review. There is very rare literature about the conflict and mental health. So I think we could contribute a lot to the greater good for the international community as well in the conflict area. And also we could lead the federal health system innovation during the revolution, not after the revolution. So I think that's from me. at the moment. If I may stop here, any questions, any comment are welcome. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Carl. I tried to summarize very briefly, and I apologize if I will be too short, but please. Em português. Sim, então, esse em português é um pouco mais difícil. No, o que está proponiendo, sí, o que está proponiendo OACAR es un modelo híbrido, ¿no? Combinando salud mental y colectiva y el tema político también. Está proponiendo una forma híbrida, se dice híbrida, y con elementos de innovación. Los elementos de innovación son un poco de trabalhar no tema da emergência. Ou não, o tema críticos para Myanmar é que sim, sabem como trabalhar no tema da emergência, mas tem como um follow-up, um seguimento bastante débil, não? Da nível do psicológico. Então, o que o cara está propondo são como 7 aspectos, 7 elementos principais. Um é desenvolver uma resposta, eu disse, era 7, mais... Uno es, lo primero sería dar una respuesta inmediata, ¿no? Al tema de emergencia. O segundo sería fornecer un servicio de counseling. O tercero sería proponer un modelo per la gestão do trauma. O trauma de que fala o ACAR es un trauma, ¿cómo se dice? Múltiplo, que mezcla trauma climático, trauma do conflito y un trauma geral de instabilidade do país, también no tema, ¿cómo se dice? Terremotos, todo eso. Otro tema, el cuarto, era un modelo federal de gobierno, aproveitar da experiência do Brasil, no sentido do governo federal, e tratar de desenvolver um modelo similar no Myanmar. Outro tema é desenvolver uma plataforma de pesquisa e de capacitação e de intervenção, uma plataforma comum. Adoptar um modelo coletivo que possa tratar vários pontos e, como falava Ricardo, evitar um modelo de curto prazo, ¿no? Enfocado em dizer salvage, ou seja, salvar, em mais de visão a largo prazo. E algumas intervenções que propõe são como fazer um mapeamento, desenvolver projeto piloto, desenvolver agentes de proximidade que já possam operar, desenvolver caminho de cura, de assistência e programa com seguimento pelo menos a 2 anos, não? Todo o material tinha que ter diferentes idiomas e bom, como palavra-chave é um pouco o tema que pode ser inovador, é o tema de o tema do conflito, da guerra, mesclado com o tema do federalismo e ter tudo junto.
Vamos falar algumas coisas, seguimos com a tua ajuda. Primeiro, eu queria dizer que eu estou nesta reunião acompanhado com o Rafael, que é coautor de todas as coisas que eu escrevi sobre este projeto. Inclusive, o primeiro texto é dele mesmo, é do Rafael, e aí nós nos encontramos assim, eu como pesquisador principal, porque sou sênior, e Rafael como pesquisador com a minha orientação, ou com a minha supervisão. Então, este é um ponto importante. O outro, ouvindo o ACAR, então, há um pedido de que a gente possa ler com mais vagar esse material que ele apresentou, para a gente pensar as ligações que são possíveis. Mas um ponto muito importante que ele assinalou, que é o ponto da política, Para nós, esse ponto da política é um ponto muito importante, porque nós usamos como material de base, por exemplo, o que acontece na Palestina, para dizer que, diante dessas situações onde existe uma grande destruição, a sobrevida não é só biológica, não é só salvar vidas, é salvar projetos de vida, vinculação com os lugares, a manutenção do amor ao lugar, que isso afeta profundamente a saúde mental. Então, de um lado, a gente pode dizer que a crise climática tem efeitos ambientais e tem efeitos psicológicos ou efeitos na saúde mental. E nós estamos ocupados com os efeitos na saúde mental. Então, a gente reconhece que não são processos adaptativos. Sobreviver. A gente tem que sair da palavra sobreviver e viver em que pese o que está acontecendo. Dá para dizer que, então, há uma necessidade de uma luta política para que essas situações não aconteçam. E quais são as providências políticas sustentáveis para que isso não aconteça? Porque não é só um familiar que morre ou uma casa que a gente perde. Alguma coisa da nossa vida é destruída ou arrancada ou desestabilizada. Rafael, vou te passar e depois a gente devolve para o Michele. É um problemone com o tempo. A sala. Vamos nessa. Vamos tentar.
So, inizio. Stefania, se vuoi parlare tu, allora, we wait for your intervention.
Okay, thank you. Thank you everyone for their contribution. Where to situate my work. Okay, so you talked about very high level, very system level and big picture and complex systems interacting. My work is more about the processes, both psychological and relational, that happen in people who are interacting with climate change. So essentially, my work, empirical and applied research, is concerned with young people and understanding how they make sense to the climate crisis and how they learn to live through this crisis. And so live through this crisis within themselves, but also with others and the natural environment and the socio-political environment and so on. So it's kind of going from inside out into what happens inside of a young person and how that translates into how they relate themselves with different dimensions of the world. I will leave it like that for now, and pass it on to maybe Martina or anyone else from the Italian group.
Stefania, ma puoi tradurre anche tu che sei italiana?
Ah, vai, tradurre in italiano sì, ma in brasiliano no.
In italiano? Ah, in portoghese tu intendi?
In portoghese no, non lo posso fare. Ti sei confuso un attimo.
Ok, io non vi molto, non ho sentito benissimo quello che hai detto, comunque dico quello che fai.
Di quello che sai di me, di come del mio lavoro.
Ok, Stefania trabalha sobre tema da saúde mental e de mudança climática e trabalha muito com as crianças também. E nós fizemos também um trabalho juntas com a Universidade de Ottawa, a Universidade de Parma sobre esse tema. E, mais ou menos, ela falou disso, do tema da mudança climática em relação à saúde mental, em particular dos menores, ou de jovens. Ela também trabalha sobre um projeto, mas não sei se já ela disse disso. Tu hai detto del gioco?
No, non,
No.
non ho parlato
No,
di
no.
quello. Ho parlato degli aspetti relazionali, cioè dell'aspetto relazionale dei giovani che apprendono quando si rendono conto di cos'è il cambiamento climatico, cosa succede dentro di loro e poi i fenomeni, diciamo, i processi psicologici e relazionali gli consente di imparare a vivere in questi momenti di crisi climatica.
Sì, sì, ok, quindi todos os processos relacionais, em italiano vocês entendem, né? Processos relacionais, não, também emocional do jovem, como é a reação que eles têm appunto, no impatto da mudança climática.
Grazie Martina.
Aggiungo che una caratteristica diciamo dell'approccio di Stefania è quello di usare dei metodi partecipativi che mi sembrano molto in sintonia con il lavoro che fa il gruppo brasiliano e quindi questo è un aspetto molto importante.
Grazie
Allora,
Augusta per l'aggiunta.
Adesso Michele? No, no, Stefano è un ascoltatore come me.
Sì, io tengo una presentazione, ma no, más rápido. No, tema acá, I just speak in English maybe. Just wanted to add an element, which is this morning we listened to a speaker from the Amazonas, and she referred to how to deal with the mental health with the indigenous people. So, and she also spoke about production of food. So you cannot, the diseases linked to consuming processed food and so on. So diabetes and diabetes, ¿cómo se llama? Todo esto. Entonces, una solución, one solution can be adopting agroecological. Agroecology is a concept, is a science, but it's not just a technical science, it's also dealing with the culture and rediscovering the traditional and the cultural elements. So producing food, and we all know how food is important for health, in a sustainable way. Agroecology is dealing with the climate change because if you cultivate food with agroecological approach, your product, your food production is more resilient to storms, heavy water, or dry season, or whatever, because it's linked to traditional. So you are not using imported seeds, you are not using chemical fertilizers, so it works better. Your soil, your water are not polluted, the soil is doing carbon sequestration. So this is for the climate change, but agroecology is very important for mental health because agroecology is developed not by the big multinational, but by the small producer o pequeños agricultores. Ellos, if they work with agroecological practices, they do not feel isolated. They do not feel economically poor because if you are producing with conventional practices, you need to buy seed, you need to buy fertilizer, and they cost a lot. Agroecology is working on the mental health because they do not feel depressed. We know there are cases of producers that are committing suicide because they do not have money to pay for this stuff, chemical stuff. So agroecology is working to make the small producer stronger from the mental health because they are part of a community. They do not feel isolated. They know that they have civil society, they have consumers that are connected to them. Because agroecology is dealing with not with big supermarkets, but with small farmers market, small shops. So we, as consumer, we create a community with the farmers. So in this sense, agroecology can also have a very positive impact in terms of health. Of course, we can eat food which is not poison, but also mental health because we are building a community through agroecology. It's not just producing food, it's producing food with a sense of belonging, a sense of community. Entonces, agroecologia puede construir, ¿no? Una comunidad donde los pequeños agricultores se sienten parte de una comunidad. Ok. Ok. Eso sí, este es el sentido de la salud mental, ¿no? A vinculação para mí es muy, muy fuerte. Las palabras que utilizó la pesquisadora en la mañana eran exactamente en esa forma. Descubrir nuevamente a los aspectos culturales, la capacidad de los pueblos indígenas también. Ellos ya saben cómo hacerlo, ¿no? Solo se trata de construir una comunidad como consumidores, apoyando a este tipo de pequeña agricultura que va en una dirección totalmente diferente, ¿no? De las grandes multinacionales de Brasil, de Argentina, que es más o que se habla del deserto verde, ¿no? Donde solo es monocultivo y no existe biodiversidad.
Vado rápida. Ok. Então, o meu interesse nesse grupo de trabalho vem da o meu interesse para a antropologia do ambiente e das ilhas. Faço parte de um laboratório da Università di Parma che si chiama Insula e che coordino juntas con Michael Maccari e Osman Arrobbio, che tratta appunto, è un laboratorio interdisciplinar che si occupa proprio di archipelagos e ilhas e di una forma de como pensamos e enfrentamos alguns dos grandes desafios globais do nosso tempo. Então, a crise climática é um disso. E também da antropologia do ambiente, que é um tema central para aguentar outras formas, outras cosmologias do mundo, outras formas de relação entre natura e cultura. Inglês, tenho que dizer em inglês também. Então, o meu, my interest from for difícil. My interest in this group, work group, came from my interest in environmental anthropology and alien studies. And I'm part of a coordinate lab at University of Parma. The name is Insula, Interdisciplinary Network for the Sustainability of Island and Archipelagos. And Insula work on highlight the important role that island and archipelagos can play in how we think about and respond to some of the major global challenges of our time. And also, I'm really interested in anthropology of sustainability and environmental anthropology, because it questions the relationship between nature and culture. So we can imagine a new form of other form of cosmology of the world that can help us to imagine a different that it can be useful to imagine a different harmony, no, of the individual in the world.
Ok. Ok. Sì. Certo, certo, certo. Certo. Sì, sì, sì. Sì, sì, sì. Allora, it's better to fix another appointment with and take in account that we need at least 2 hours or 2 hours and a half for our meeting in order to discuss what we heard here. And I think that it was a short meeting, but now we know each other, and we have a sort of draft of the focus of the and interest of about each of us. Si dice così? No? Each of us. So, are you agree, Stefania, Ocar?
Sì, tutti dicono di sì, non lo vedi, ma noi muoviamo la testa, diciamo di sì.
Perfetto. So we sent an email and with the doodle, and so we can check which is the date that is okay for each of us. And so we prepare the meeting in order to advance in our discussion for preparing the project. Okay, the idea is horizon, and so we go on about that. Okay.
Sounds good.
Great.
Grazie.
Ocar,
Ottimo.
ottimo Stefano e Ocar, ok?
Yes, I'm good, thank you. I'm trying to unmute the button.
Ok. Tutto bene? Tutto chiaro? Tutto buono? Tutto ben? Ok. Lei ha raccolto le firme e i nomi. Faccio una foto. Io faccio una foto di questo, così dopo abbiamo tutte le email, tutti i nomi e le... Sì, ma io mando una email e un doodle, sai quelli che...
Augusta, noi se possiamo scollegarci, abbiamo finito?
Come?
Abbiamo finito noi? Ci possiamo
Sì,
scollegare?
abbiamo finito. Noi adesso andiamo a vedere la partita di calcio. Brasile.
Beati voi! Beati voi!
Ciao Stefano.
Brasil, Scotland. Ciao, ciao pessoal.
Stefania,
Bye.
caro.
Ciao, ciao.
Sono là.
Ciao, ciao,
Ciao.
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 Cosa c'è?
Obrigado.